Welcome to the official fan page of Shirley Lewis. I'm Paul Hawkins, and it was a great pleasure. I'm joined all the way from New Zealand to give some festive cheer, the one and only, the multi-talented Emme Lentino. Hello, Emmy.
Oh, hello. What a beautiful introduction. Thank you very much.
I cannot believe it's been 2 years that we last chatted, and there was so much that came up from our last interview and about recording last Christmas, which for those who may not know, we'll delve into to start with. So we're going to rewind, and if I'm correct, it was 2020 you recorded last Christmas.
Yes.
So how did that first idea, or how did it come about from you over in New Zealand to
Yes.
end up coming? You tell you the story.
Oh, and actually, I think that I think I stand corrected. It was 2019.
Okay.
June, I think June 2019 is when we recorded, and then we decided to wait until 2020 to release it because let's face it, everyone needed a little a little bit of a lift.
Definitely.
Yes, so I still look back at this time as really, really a beautiful moment, and thank you so much for chatting with me about it because it is so special, and it's so neat to talk to someone who knows all of them, who is working
Yeah.
alongside them right now. So yeah, would you like to know like how it happened? I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
got so
I don't
excited.
think. Yes. When we first spoke, I don't think we actually got into how it all happened. We did like the
Yeah.
journey coming over to London, but I'm really intrigued to actually how it all started.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the time, I was working with someone who was kind of helping with like project managing, because Tony had passed away a couple years prior, and I had been, or maybe 3 years prior, and I had really wanted to get back into music as a way of uplifting and healing not only myself, but also my kids. And I know there's so many people around the globe that really connect with melody and lyrics, and it makes them feel like they've got a community around them. That's what I love about
Yeah.
music. And so Michael Hanneman was doing that for me, project managing, and he had known Joe for quite some time in the music industry, and he was just kind of talking to her about how this artist that he was working with would not stop singing Last Christmas. And he was like, I mean, she like loves the song so much, and so they was just kind of chatting, and I wasn't there at the time, but this is kind of secondhand. Basically,
Yeah.
the subject came up of like Emmy just will not stop singing Last Christmas. She loves the song so much. And then Joe just said, "Well, what's the possibility?" Kind of brought it up to him, and I think he was like, "Yeah, what's the possibility of her singing with you and the singers?" And what seemed like a completely
Yeah.
outrageous suggestion then turned into Michael approaching me and saying, "Hey, there's this opportunity," and I was like, "No way, are you serious?" And so next thing I know, I'm on a plane with him to London, and yeah, whirlwind. Just like step off the plane, go straight into the recording studio. Met Al Clay, who, as many people know around the globe, is immensely talented, and so I met him. And then, of course, I met Dee Lewis and Shirley Lewis and Joe and Jay, and we just started working together. They were actually singing in the studio when I arrived. They were singing parts of Last Christmas, which was I still remember that moment. And the only way I can describe this is when you think that you're having a dream, one of those amazing dreams that you don't want to wake up from. And that was kind of
Yeah.
like I stepped into the room and all I could hear were these angels singing. And they just looked so, they were like shining with like love and light and these gorgeous voices. I still get the tingles thinking about it. And I saw them and I was like listening to them. And I was like, oh my goodness, I get to sing with these amazing people. And then when they stopped, Al said, that's take whatever, take five. And then he introduced them to me. And so I got to meet Joe, and I was like, gave her a big hug. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
being open to the suggestion. And it kind of was from that moment on, it felt like it was totally meant to be. I didn't feel any
Yeah.
weirdness or any, I was a little nervous because I was just an independent artist, unsigned. And I knew that what they were doing was really special. regardless of who I was or who I wasn't, that they saw the human in me, and they said, "Hey, we think that we want to do this with you, and we're doing it." So it was really special, and they were so kind and so generous with their time and their talents, and they made me feel so welcomed right away.
Yeah.
And we just, yeah, just felt this instant connection with each and every one of them. And still to this day, when I think back at that time and I think about how generous and kind they were, it still gives me that, yeah, just a spark. Like it gives me a little spring in my step when I think about their kindness. And yeah, really special. And then of course we recorded the song. I can't even talk. I'm like woo woo woo. We recorded the song, and here it is now. And I'm so proud of this reimagined version that we did together. It was really special, and it still is my favorite song. I still sing it everywhere, regardless of the time of year. It could be July,
It-
and I'm singing Last Christmas. Yeah, so
Nothing has changed.
nothing has changed. Yes, yes, Michael, if you're listening, I'm still singing that song. Yeah.
But I do have one question. Obviously,
Yeah.
now I've spent a bit of time with the singers. That moment you first walked in and you said you heard them singing, um, obviously you know their voices from if you watch concert footage
Yeah.
or on records, but actually hearing them live in the studio, what was that like?
Oh, I mean, it was unlike anything I've experienced. It was like having a private concert, just for me. But I think it was hearing them sing live and hearing the harmonies and the way that their voices blended so perfectly. It was like it was mesmerizing. I think that's probably the word I would describe. I was in awe, and they were transporting all of us in that room somewhere else, you know. And it was like a privilege. It was almost like you were, wait, should I be listening? Is this? But it was
I
so
get that
cool.
all the
Yeah.
time now.
Yeah, I'm sure you
It's
do.
it
You're like,
is
wait, am I am
we
I
I
am I
don't
invited?
sometimes I sit quietly and just watch and I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Like you say,
I,
the
I
harmonies and the vocals are incredible.
just incredible. And I think it's not just the voices. I mean, their voices are amazing, but I think what sets them apart as vocalists is that they have this friendship amongst them and this beautiful understanding. And you can really
Yeah,
hear that in their singing. And I also think that they do sing from their soul and their heart. And the audience knows that, right? The audience knows when someone is singing from a place that is so pure and so honest. And you just want to keep listening because it's so confronting to see that kind of honesty and that kind of beautiful um, kindness that comes through when
yeah.
when they do sing together, and then you get to talk to them and they're just as lovely. um, and so it's, yeah, very special. So I'm jealous that you get to see them every day.
I'm not sure if you. I feel very privileged, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've seen, but we did a few days ago. They did their first ever acoustic set in London, and I was so excited for it because
Yeah.
I get to hear them when it's just the three of them practicing or singing, and I was so excited to actually for an audience to get to hear them acoustic with one guitar and their three voices, and it
Yeah.
was just I'm still buzzing from the show.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, so they've got, how many more shows do they have before the end of the year?
I think that's it now because we did they did
Yeah.
the Indigo at the O2 with the band and everything, and then just did a private members show last week.
Wow, that's incredible.
And
It
then
must be such a privilege. I've got my little Jazzy Jet here. Jazzy, come here. Do you want to say hi? Got my little doggy making an appearance. Come on. She loves to say hello. Come on, uppy get, uppy get. Come on. No? Okay, she's just gonna be
no,
down
it's going
there.
shy.
But she said she's getting camera shy.
Yeah.
Here she is. Here's Jazzy.
Hey, hello.
My little blonde baby. Yeah, she
Ah,
often she often is like one, especially I've been spending a lot of time in the studio recently just on my own, and she can't necessarily come with me, but when I come home and I'm excited and I play what I've been playing in the studio. She just sits at my feet, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
yeah, my little baby. I think she wants to be a singer, but
you never know.
yeah, you never know, you never know. But that's so exciting though about the acoustic show. That must have been incredibly wonderful to be there for that,
Oh,
and
it was special. But
that's
hopefully
so
we'll do
awesome.
more next year. They've got lots
Yes,
of plans, so
yes,
yeah, hopefully
yes.
2026 will be a big year for them.
Oh, I'm sure it
So
will be. And it's been so, they've been so well received. Like from what I can read and see on social media, like there's just such a heartwarming love for them as individuals, as performers, and the fact that they're keeping the legacy alive is just so, yeah, it's just so cool to see. So cool.
yeah, like you say, they're such an amazing when you spend time with them, they're such amazing people,
They
and the
are.
whole
Yeah.
idea has just come from their heart, and you feel it when they're singing and when they're doing and going around talking about it. It's just yeah, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's truly, truly a highlight of my life. And I'm so thankful that I got to do it. And it's great that we now have this time capsule, you know, that we can hear it. We can listen to Last Christmas and
Yeah.
it's so special because I'm pretty sure Shirley told me that they have never recorded that song with any other artist. Um,
No,
as
they
far as I
haven't.
know. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, they haven't. George Michael obviously recorded it with Wham, and I
Yeah.
think they did it a couple of times on tour, but never recorded it. And Shirley did. I was talking to her this afternoon and said to send her love to you today,
Oh.
and she loves the version that you recorded of Last Christmas.
Oh, that's so special. Well, I love you, Shirley, and I'm sending love right back. And I'm so, so happy for you guys. It's just every time I open my device and see Instagram feed, I just love getting those updates. And sometimes they're the live updates because you were very
Yeah,
good, Paul, at making sure people know what's going on. But I also love just the interaction that the fans have
yeah.
with them, and it's just so special to see. I'm like the proud auntie. I'm like, oh, oh, there's my kiddos.
So, keeping in the festive spirit,
Yes.
you've just been in the musical Scrooge.
Yes, thank you. I've been getting back into theater the last few years and loving it so much. It was always something that I enjoyed doing, telling stories and bringing people together to tell those stories and acting. So fun. So I played a really zany character. I played an administrative angel, so someone
Yeah.
that was keeping all of the angels in line and making sure they were doing their mission correctly. So it was really fun, and we just finished this past so Sunday, where we've now finished the show. So it was a great success, and lots of people were really uplifted. It had a great message. So instead of being ghosts of past and present, we were angels, and helping Scrooge discover the
Ah,
real meaning of Christmas. And so it was really, really cool to be a part of, and loved the cast. We were very silly together. There's quite a lot of things on social media that got posted just of the antics backstage. It just a very close knit cast, and it was a great way to finish this year. I think being able to be a part of something so special with amazing people was really cool. Yeah. So thank you for
and
asking about
also,
that.
no, no. Obviously, if people make sure they
Oh,
follow
Jesse.
you on
Jesse's
Instagram and
excited
that,
too.
yeah. Yes, I saw the antics you posted last night or last night for us, and
Yeah.
they look great fun.
Yeah, really great fun. There's one of the gals that's in the show. She's just so cool. She's really good at vlogging. So she was like, when everyone else was kind of setting up and getting ready to go on, she was, she had the thought, hey, I'm gonna film this right now, backstage, which
Yeah,
I really loved and was so thankful for, because then it allowed all of us to have that footage, because it is so special and it's hard to explain to people, what it's like backstage, that just that magic that happens.
yeah,
You can see the crowd, they can't see you, and you're like preparing to
yeah.
enter. It's just the coolest feeling. It's such a rush. I wish I could bottle it up and
Yeah.
offer it to people because it's so cool.
And also earlier this year, you did like an environmental musical as well.
I
I think it was
did, yeah.
January,
So it was
February.
called
Yeah,
341, and it was so fun. It was an original musical about climate change, And yes, Steve Worsley is the director and the writer and creator of that show, and he's such a beautiful human, and he just really saw a need to tell the story, where a lot of it was based around people that he knows in the Pacific Islands, and so it was really really interesting and a great thing to be a part of. And once again, I got to play a bit of a zany character.
There
I
seemed to be
wonder
a
what
running
did I miss?
theme as any character.
But it was super fun, and that was a musical where I was singing and dancing and acting, and I hadn't done a musical in a really long time, so I really appreciated the opportunity. And once again, great cast, lovely people, and it was a real highlight of this year, for all of us to be able to do that and just to do what we love. I think
Yeah,
this is probably something that the George Michael singers and I have in common, like that. When you get to do what you love and you get to share that joy with other people, it is so satisfying because you know that you're living your purpose, and it just kind of drives you to keep going and to keep sharing and inspiring. So it's yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when you went back on the stage, you must have had a little bit of nerves. It's been a while since you'd been on a stage.
I did. I was nervous, especially opening night, in particular of the musical, back in April. So I was,
Yeah,
yeah, I was nervous, but it was, I think I really believed that it was the right time, and so many things had to happen for this to be the time of my life where I got to do theater again. Sometimes we take a turn in our life, right?
yeah,
And it's different than we anticipated, and it can kind of take us off the path of what it is we love to do. And it's so important, if anyone's out there that has experienced that. There might be years and years and years that go by, and you're not doing what you're meant to do, and then one day you make that brave decision that nothing's going to kind of stand in your way, and you do it. It's the most yeah, it's just a powerful feeling, but it's also,
100%.
that it's the right timing, and it's very healing. And I think theater for me has been a really healing thing. It's helped me kind of get over some really sad things,
Yeah,
and to share it and to turn that sadness into joy, and to be able to turn it into something positive to help other people, which I think is what we all want to be able to do with hard times in our lives. You want to be able
yeah,
to move past it and help. And that's why I love storytelling so much. So thank you for asking about that. Yeah, it's been a big year. It's been a very big year of lots of kind of barriers and walls that have been up,
yeah,
whether they were real or psychological, whatever it is. We all go through it as we age. And it's been nice to see those to see those things come down, and to make those bold choices, and to not be
yeah,
afraid, to say yes and go, hey, I love this opportunity. And then also to say no to things that, maybe at one time you felt like you had to do, but they just weren't right. So it's been a big
yeah,
year for me in that regard. As you know, as I shared
yeah.
with you, and because Paul and I are good friends, so we chat.
We are. But you
Not
are looking
everything is
so
an
much.
interview. Not everything is an interview, folks.
No, but you were looking so much happier and confident. It was so happy to see you like
Yeah,
this.
thank you. It does make a difference when we're doing what we're meant to do, and I think not living in fear, which is
Yeah,
quite a limiting feeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we, as you said, we're friends. So it was, I think, 2023 when Time Machine was released, and that song connected us because I
Yes.
absolutely love that song. And so my
Thank
question is,
you.
you've said you've been in the studio recently. Have you got any new
Yes.
music
Yes, I
coming out?
have. I do indeed.
Yay!
I thought you'd never ask. Yeah, sorry, it's at the musical theater. Me, I'm just like, let's repeat what you say. No, I'm kidding. It's it's called "Because of You." So that's one of the brand new songs that will be coming out on January 15th, 2026. To be able to say
Not
that out
long.
loud for the very first time with you is very special. So yeah,
Oh
not
wow!
long.
Thank you.
It's a song that is very dear to my heart. It pre-save is January 5th, and it'll be available everywhere. And I'm really excited about it. And I will send you the artwork. Paul.
Oh,
I will
I
send it to
can't
you.
wait.
Yeah, so I'm so excited, and I think this song for me is the same kind of excitement and joy and sentimentality that I had with Time Machine, because it's also had a journey, and
Yeah,
it was ready actually last year, but it wasn't the right timing. At the end of last year was when it was finished, and this year, as I kind of indicated, lots of things were shifting and happening, and you just kind of go with that, and it wasn't the right time. So now it is, and I think being able to release it in a year of, I believe, great change and good change for good,
yeah.
will be really great for all of us. Yeah,
And what a beautiful
definitely. So
start to
yeah, because of you.
2026.
Yes, yes. And I didn't want to wait. I was like, it's got to come out in January. I don't
I'm
care
glad
if
it's not
that's
the
the month that everyone says
end.
not to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be out. And then I'll do some more releases throughout the year. And then there'll be a full album available
Oh,
by the end of the year. So, and I'm going to be doing like, I want to do them in vinyl. I want to do CDs. I really want to kind of go back to something that is, yeah, just not just streaming. I really want to make
yeah,
these songs that are special to my heart available in the format of the best sound, you know.
definitely.
So yeah.
I still have a vinyl record player. I still like my vinyl and the physical copy of an album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Especially, I think on long drives, it's funny because I don't know about you, but like I drove a Jeep for years, and the only way that I could play music was really like having a CD in there, and
Yeah.
um, and people were like, "Oh, you have a CD player?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's in my car. It's so exciting." And I when I tried to stream things, unless I had downloaded the song, you were kind of at the mercy of data. And we like to
Yeah.
do long drives in our family, so sometimes there was no signal. So I was like, "See, this is
Yeah.
why CDs win still."
Unless
You
you're on a
can keep
bumpy
playing
road.
them. Yeah, well, true. That's true.
But they are, I
Yes.
think a lot of they did eventually get them so they're a bit more stable when you were driving.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, and thanks, Paul, for like just being a great friend, but also just being so caring. And you checked in on me when I kind of disappeared from social media for a couple of months, and you were like, "Are you okay?" And I really appreciate it when people check in. I think it's so important that we
No, that's what.
connect with people and check in on people when we maybe don't see them as often as we thought, like even if it was just via Instagram. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. No, but when you have a friend and then you have a routine, you know when someone's out and about and we chat, and then I
Yes.
thought, I better just send a
Yeah.
message and see if you're okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Yes. I'm doing much better now. And relieved that
Yeah,
onwards and upwards.
that's the
Yeah.
way.
So
So
yes,
it's
always the
2026 is
way.
going to be quite an exciting year.
Yeah, it is exciting. I'm excited to keep in touch with everyone and hopefully make it over to London, if not in 2026 and definitely in
Oh,
2027.
please.
Just to Yeah, I just really want I love London. I love the just that it's just a beautiful city, and it's full of so much culture and love and music, and I have
Yeah.
such fond memories of it. So definitely want to go back and of course hang out with my favorite
Yeah.
singers.
Do you, apart from your music next year, do you have any musicals planned in the pipeline or
Yeah, so
not yet?
I'm going to audition one more time for 341. It sounds like they're going to be doing it again at the end of next year, so they'll be holding auditions with different rewrites and stuff that they've added. So
Yeah.
I would love to audition for a role in that again. So that's the plan, and then there will be other auditions in the year. And then I'm writing a musical right now, so whether or not
All
that will
right.
be ready next year is probably a bit unlikely, but it could be. So yeah, I'm
Any
excited.
clues what it's about?
Uh, it's just about like kind of my journey, but with
Yeah.
yeah. So it's yeah, but there's lots
Ooh.
of funny comedy in it as well. So it's I try to make things lighthearted when whenever possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to go rewind back now to
yeah.
2019 when you're in London. So
Yes.
what would you say was your most, whenever anyone mentions that song, what is your favorite memory of London? I know you had many, but could
I
you
have
pick one or
many.
two?
Yeah, I think walking might have been right the day after we started recording. And I think Al and a few other people were doing something in the studio. So there was like time to kind of walk. And I literally walked, I think it was like 25,000 steps or something. And I walked all over London. And I think that was one of my favorite things because I love to walk. I love to run. I love to get out and see things. And certainly by car, you can see things, but I like being on foot. That's
Yeah,
why I loved living in New York as well, because you get to see things and get to interact with people. And so for me, that one of the highlights was the very next day, just walking and seeing the faces and smelling all the smells and listening to chats and music. And it was so different. Like I remember
yeah,
thinking, yeah, it just had this a real vibe. And it was, people were out and about super early and it was all go. And I was like, this is amazing. Wow. So I just kind of got literally lost in the crowd. I
yeah,
remember we went to some museums as well. And yeah, that was just a highlight. I think it's the also getting to see and meet people because I'm a I mean, if people don't know this about me, I'm a very friendly person.
yeah.
I don't know stranger. I'm
Yes, you
like,
are.
hey, I'm like, hello, how are you? And they're like, are you from America? And I was like, I am, but I actually live in New Zealand. And so we started chatting, and I think I have like some, I don't know, like the friends now that I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
we met on the bridge. No, just kidding. But it was really cool to be able to get to know different people on that walk as well. So yeah, that was one of my highlights. And then obviously the overarching arch of it all was being in the studio and getting to sing because I could stay in the studio for days on end and sing
yeah,
and be completely at peace. Like I just love it so much. As much as I'm a nature girl, if the alternative was just to be in the studio, I would just totally be like, yeah, okay, cool. You need me there for 4 days straight? I'm there.
yeah.
I love it. So yeah, it was really
And
cool.
and when you got home, because it's you must have had like a pinch me moment. Did this actually happen?
100%. Yeah. And I wasn't like my friend in the show where I was vlogging every moment. I mean, in hindsight, I
Yeah,
probably should have done that, but I also was quite respectful of and wanted to honor the situation.
yeah,
And I was kind of new in the group, like so to speak. So I just wanted to not be too fangirling, even though I was falling all
yeah.
over myself. I don't have like a framed autograph from all of them or anything like that, but I certainly wish that I would have done that. But I have some photos, and I've got of all of us together, and then I've got all of the memories, which I relive often, and then of course I've got the recording,
Yeah.
which um, which I know is real and true. And then every time Shirley goes, "Oh, I love our version," I'm like, "It really did happen."
But that actually, because it is a Christmas song, it's really good because every year it comes appropriate to
Yeah.
talk about it and share the memory.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think just yeah, it was really cool though when they do interact with me on social media and it's like that, hey, we really enjoyed working with you. And I'm like, I really enjoyed working with you too. It just is like a confirmation, I guess, of another, as the years go by, you kind of go, wow, that really did happen. But they also are still acknowledging it, which is quite special. And it got quite a lot of press early on as well from different parts of Canada, different parts of the States as well, where people were interviewing. I think a couple times actually, Shirley and I were on the interview together, and
Yeah.
then Jay as well. And it's, so cool that they took the time to do that. Yeah, they're just
Yes.
can't say enough good
I
things
think
about you folks.
I think also what makes your version special is I think anybody else who's done it has just done a cover of Last Christmas, where yours is a more upbeat and songs. I think yours stands out so much
Thank
more.
you. Thank you. A lot of that's Al Clay, the producer of this song, he of this version.
Yeah,
I think he had a really great vision. He knew that I was an upbeat person, and he also knew that we wanted like a fresh kind of take on the song. And so, really, I think his vision certainly was the reason why it became what it is. And he was really good. Also, I think I mentioned this to you when we were just having our friendly chats. That Al's an incredibly talented person, but I think he's really intuitive, and he
yeah,
knows how to work with you and get you to, like he could see it before you can. That's how I felt. Like he could hear it before I saw it. Oh, sorry, that's my dog. And
back.
he was able to just really encourage me and say, hey, let's try this. And I think that was such a wonderful thing to be able to experience someone who could see it and hear it before I did.
Yeah,
And then you have this result, right? And I'm so thankful because sometimes that's all it takes is someone that can hear and see something way before you do, and
yeah,
to pull that best version out of you
yeah.
is
So
what you want out of a producer. Absolutely.
yeah, so when you went to London to record it, did you think you were just going to record the original version, but you singing, or did you know there was going to be some changes?
Well, I didn't really know what to expect, to be fair. I'm one of these people that's probably why I ended up moving across the world. I have a great adventurous spirit. And so
Yeah,
I was kind of like, hey, I'm here. Let's just do this. Like, if you have a great idea, that's awesome. And I knew I wanted it to be faster. Um, and because I think when I would sing the song, I think I automatically made it faster, kind of probably accidentally, which is probably why I would
yeah.
never be a good drummer. But I was like, that is one instrument I probably will not be able to perfect. But
So that
I
won't be
didn't
on the
realize.
2026 wish list.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's singing jazz and playing
Yeah,
the
next
drums.
Chris will be talking be on the drums.
But I was like, I just kept kind of making it faster, and then
Yeah,
um yeah, so it's hard to say how it all kind of came together, because obviously it was he had his own ideas, which were amazing, and then I had my own, like, oh, okay, and then we had the amazing singers that had actually been there before, right, with
yeah.
George singing. So I think it was like a recipe for greatness, really. It had nothing to do with me. It was just like all of the parts were there, and I think singing from my heart was what I knew I could offer. You know,
But
just like
you have,
that
but you have a
joy.
lovely voice as well. So I think you blend
Thank
lovely
you,
with the singers.
thank you so much. I loved singing with them, and they're just incredible the way that they blend together with
Yeah.
each other, and then yeah, it just was. It's magical. So one day we will sing together again. I don't know when, but it will happen. That's what I
Oh,
believe.
I hope
Yeah,
so. I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah, me too, me too. And thank you so much for letting me reminisce about such a special time. And I just wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Paul, and of course, all of the George Michael singers and the fans and the friends and family, everybody that keeps his legacy alive. He was a lovely person. I didn't know him personally, but he really cared about other people. And to know that his legacy lives on with people that honor that and are singing and bringing joy to people around the globe, especially when we all need that, is just so awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
really
thank
special.
you. And I wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I can't
Thank you.
wait for your 2026 and your new single. And
Thank you.
once again, when's it
Yay!
out? And what's the
Yes,
title?
yes. So it's called Because of You. It's out January 15th, 2026, and it's a pre-save date of January 5th, available on all platforms. And I'm really excited about this song. I hope that it encourages people to never give up and to keep moving on and keep inspiring people, because there's always hope. I really believe that.
thank you ever so
Yeah.
much again for joining us and reminiscing about everything and sharing what's happened and what's going to be for the future.
Thank you,
And
Paul.
for me personally, it's so lovely to see you happy,
Oh,
smiling, and confident again.
thank you. Thank you so much, Paul, and thank you for your friendship and also what you're doing. It's incredible with all of the social media and all just hearing the stories and seeing how you've gone from like an idea to now where it is and where it's going I'm really proud of you. So,
Thank you. Yes,
yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
2.5 years has flown by to
Yeah.
when I started this fan page for Shirley, and then to be at the
Wow.
O2 and with them doing an acoustic with the George Michael singers. It's
Yeah.
sometimes it is a pinch me moment for
Yeah.
myself. I'm thinking, how did I get here so quickly?
Yeah.
But no, they've
Every
got
day you're probably like, oh my goodness, yeah. So it's really cool. Oh, thank
yeah.
you so much. And lots of love to everyone that's joining us today. And just please know that you're loved. And I'm wishing you from my heart to yours just a beautiful holiday season with loved ones.
Thank you, Emmy, once again, and we'll see you all
Thank
soon.
you. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.